Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a video on Turkesterone. Not really a comprehensive review, more of like a general breakdown on its anabolic potential. And just the whole ecdysteroid class too, we're going to be going over both of those. More of just like a general overview. If you want to take the supplement, this would be a video that you could watch. But Turkesterone is an ecdysteroid. Ecdysteroids are a class of regulatory hormones in insects. Basically, humans have steroid hormones like testosterone, and plants and insects have ecdysteroids like turkesterone. Because they're so close in chemical structure, at least turkesterone and testosterone, this has led researchers to test its anabolic potential. So today we know about more than 550 ecdysteroids, and we can classify them into three groups. So first one is phytoecdysteroids, and then zooecdysteroids, and then myoecdysteroids. So the first one, what turkesterone is, what we're going to be going over mainly, and what you're going to see mainly in supplements, is going to be phytoecdysteroids. It functions in plants as a natural insecticide, disrupting insects molting processes. So currently these ecdyes are being studied for their ability to extradite protein synthesis. There's also the zooecdysteroid class. This class of hormones is responsible for molting and metamorphosis, guys. I cannot talk throughout this video, and reproduction. It is currently used for pest control, and it carries the same anabolic potential whilst being a non-androgenic compound in the same way that photoecdysteroids are. So basically, I think the only reason turkesterone has all this hype is because it's non-androgenic, and basically it's not a steroid, so everybody's going crazy. Oh my god, this non-steroid supplement is as good as I heard somebody say D-ball. I think it was Andrew Huberman. It's not going to be nearly as effective in muscle building, water retention, anything. It's not going to be nearly effective as D-ball. But it can be a much safer alternative, and it is pretty effective, or it could be theoretically pretty effective based off what we see in the science here. So, ecdysteroids can show androgenic-like effects whilst being not androgenic at all, because it doesn't target androgen receptors. It targets the ECR receptors only in plants and bugs. So this begs the question: how does this give any effects to me without being androgenic, and is it even worth taking? And by the way, yes, you will still be natty after taking this. Turkesterone, for example, in humans, targets the mTOR pathway. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. This pathway is in charge of cell growth metabolism. It's also the central pathway for skeletal anabolic development. It's also it's the most important in muscle building and repair, and theoretically turkesterone directly targets this pathway. Obviously it is really theoretical because we're not sure, and it's a bug compound. It's not really meant to be inside of humans, but it also can theoretically target the estrogen receptor beta pathway. Some phytoecdysteroids, including turkesterone, are theorized to interact with the estrogen receptors. This is one of the main theoretical reasons that turkesterone is believed to have this crazy anabolic, almost androgenic steroid-like effect, which it doesn't really have guaranteed, because again, this is all theoretical. I've heard stories about it, and maybe this could be an explanation as to why, but yeah, this is not really anything that's for sure. Turkesterone still has many speculatory effects. Almost everything about the compound is well at least. Hold on. Almost everything about the compound is well at least. almost everything about the compound is fine, at least when it comes to how it's going to react inside the body or what pathways it's going to target. But now that we've went over the whole ecdysteroid class, or at least scratched the surface of it, I think now let's do a deeper dive on turkesterone, since this is what's in the main media nowadays and this is what everybody's been talking about. So, turkesterone was discovered in 1975 by Dr. V. Volodin. It's a pretty fucking weird name. It was in some Russian dude. Usually found in the plant Ajuga turkestania. Turkestanica. I don't know how to say that right. Most turkesterone or Turk supplements will contain another ecdysteroid in the same plant known as 20HE. This is a big thing to watch out for, guys. Make sure, honestly, I would usually go for a supplement that does contain 20HE because it does contain a lot more benefits, and it's like you're getting 2 ecdysteroids for the price of 1. Another phytoecdysteroid it is. The initial use case of this is actually pretty interesting. The initial use case of turkesterone was a pesticide. So we discovered that it wasn't toxic to mammals later, and we discovered that it can be used to help with some medical comorbidities by regulating gene expressions. Like other ecdies, turkesterone is water soluble, which is probably going to limit its ability to reach lipid rich cell membranes, and it may be absorbed in the intestines, and theoretically it may be absorbed in the intestines and metabolized before it can even hit the bloodstream. Turkesterone also has very low bioavailability because of this, and it's usually also not really it's not really dosed correctly. Usually you're going to find turkesterone that's 10% of what you're actually dosing it as. So that's why you're never, usually if you're going to take a normal turkesterone at the dosage that says on the back of the bottle, on the on the back of the bottle, you're not going to get or see any noticeable effects. I'd usually recommend to improve bioavailability, I'd pair it up with cyclodextrin and lipid carrying fats. Turkesterone also, yeah, like I said, has a very short half-life and will usually have to be taken in a relatively large dosage to what you see it in the bottles. So usually if you see like a 500 milligram Ajuga turkestanica, which is an extract, it can be anywhere of an extract from 10 to 80% of real turkesterone. So you're not actually getting 500 milligrams of turkesterone when you take that 500 milligram turkesterone pill. It could be really anywhere from 50 to 400 milligrams depending on the supplement. Some supplements have the really low quality 10% extract. That's why you're going to see people, or most supplements actually have that. That's why you're going to see most people not seeing any results. Paired with low bioavailability, this is a big red flag for turkesterone for me, if it's even worth taking, because it's just so much work to even get it into your bloodstream. But I think if you find a good supplement and you take it at a relatively higher dose, you usually will see results. I think if you're a biohacker type of person, this is definitely going to be something straight in your alley. Greg Doucette has a really good formula. I've looked at his a little bit. I'm not sponsored or anything. I'll have it in the link below, but he has a really good turkesterone formula. There's a lot of good ones. There's also a good ecdy builder I've found. I'll link that below too. I'm a big proponent of turkesterone. I've been taking it for a while, and I definitely have felt the energy boost and all that. But yeah, turkesterone, for now, honestly, it's a 50-50. Until we get some more studies out on it, I'm not sure whether it's a supplement worth taking or not. But for now, that's all, guys. I hope y'all have a great day. FFH Legacy.